The Special Envoy of the UN and the Arab League, Dr. Brahimi, says Iran's participation in Geneva talks is, quote, natural and necessary.
We all believe that the participation of Iran in the Geneva conference is natural and is necessary as well as fruitful.
Speaking in a joint press conference with Iran's foreign minister, Brahimi added that no country has been officially invited to the talks yet, but he expressed hope that Iran would be offered an invitation. Iran's top diplomat Mohammad Javad Zarif said if Iran is invited, it will take part to help the Syrian sides come up with a political resolution to the crisis. Let's go to Atlanta and talk to Jim Dean, managing editor and columnist with Veterans Today. Welcome to the program, sir. Mr. Dean, just how much do you think the Western participants of the Geneva conference are willing to engage Iran in the talks?
Well, they really have to. And this issue has been around for a month or so about, should Iran be invited or not? And of course they should, because Iran, with the Soviet Union, they're the main allies of Syria, which has helped to keep them going. And also Iran is going to be a major player in all regional peace talks with anything to do in the Mideast. But what's going on here is the Israelis always use the same tactics, which is the best defense is a good offense. So they always try to paint Iran as some type of danger that should be punished by never being involved in things, when Iran doesn't have a nuclear weapons program and Israel does. So a lot of this is just geared to keep the discussion away from Israel's WMD. Because the story here that the mass media will never touch is the big thing that Israelis are terrified of is any kind of diplomatic resolution to any of the conflicts in the area. Because the Zionists need to have an outside boogeyman for a couple of reasons. It gives them internal cohesion over all of their fractioned political parties there, that we can't fight amongst ourselves because we have to stay united for these outside enemies that want to get us. And then they have this situation where it justifies their large weapons of mass destruction stockpiles. And they know that if there's ever a comprehensive peace solution to the Middle East, that world attention will focus right away. Dear Zionist, you no longer need all your nuclear weapons and your biological and your chemical weapons, so you too should turn them over to international supervision. And if you don't, there may have to be some sanctions. And that is Israel's biggest nightmare in all of this.
Indeed. And of course, you spoke about the fact that Iran, besides Russia, is the main ally of Syria in the region. Well, just how much is there that Iran can do in the negotiation process? What power or leverage can it offer?
Well, it has the power in that Syria has trusted Iran. Iran has been a major player in terms of, I'm sure, helping them rebuild. Iran is an economic power in the region, and I think you're going to see Iran now has put in play that they want to denuclearize the entire Middle East and the whole world. So Iran is on the world scale now of basically calling for the elimination of weapons mass destruction around the world. And I think it's a great strategy, and it's going to be very hard for the Zionists to keep painting Iran as the threat when Iran is calling for everybody to basically turn over their nuclear and their weapons of mass destruction.
All right, we'll leave it there for the time. Many thanks to Jim Dean, managing editor and columnist with Veterans Today from Atlanta. Thanks for your time there, sir.